Okay, hello. I just wanted to just touch up on some things about like what it was creating this sort of long conveyor tube all the way from Earth to the moon. I sort of wanted to. I had done this in the past, and I sort of redid it because I saw a video by AndrewmanGaming. It was his Space Busters, him attempting to build a bridge from the Earth to the moon. And I left a little comment saying how I remember doing this with conveyors. However, sadly, whenever I tried to load back into the world, it would cause me to freeze. So I redid it. It only took me like 2 hours and 40 minutes, but with a lot of intense clicking, I got there. How I aimed it, interestingly, Andrew used two rotors. I understand this concept of using two rotors to like point towards the moon using his crosshair. I just used a spectator camera, so I pressed F8. I actually had my HUD on and the crosshair on. Let's get that. Options, game, crosshair. So I flew to the backside here. Ooh, way too fast. And so I just went through the planet towards the moon, towards the Earth. And once you can start to see the underside, the like surface of the moon, I teleported my character here. So I would say I'm about here above it. So using the shortcut control space, you can teleport your character there. And just went create a new GPS, and I just named it like the moon. And while keeping all my like spectator camera in the exact same position, I flew all the way to the Earth and did the exact same control space, set GPS, and then I started building from the Earth. There was one problem when encountering that was when building from the Earth, the sort of rotation of my rotation of the grid was actually off to where I first started, and the aim. So I should have started from the moon, but hey, I still managed just to get onto the moon. Next thing was about the physics. I didn't actually remember having this problem last time, but about phasing sort of through blocks. So surprisingly, even though this is all on one static grid, I can walk along this perfectly fine, but if you get further up this conveyor tube, there comes the point where you can't like touch it, you just phase through it. Andrew had this problem as well in his world, where he couldn't, because he wanted to drive along this one, and he couldn't really do that because you would start falling through the blocks. So I did encounter that issue, but luckily you're not going to really want to touch this. This was meant so you can easily get from the Earth to the moon. I'll explain later on about like how you can use it. But then another issue I encountered as well was the size limit as well. So there is a set size I could place these conveyors. So if I go to my GPS, you see I've got connector waypoints. These are areas where I actually had to join the two grids together with a connector. So where's the nearest one? This one's up there. But then the way I joined them together is I made a little ship which had a connector on it and power. So when they connected, then I converted that ship to a static grid. And then if you check now in the entities list, it's all one massive static grid. This one is just to see on the moon. I was seeing how far I was off. But there is connectors joining them together, but you can still transfer items along. So the main reason I very first wanted to do this was to get items from the Earth to the moon really quickly. So say if you're on your Earth base, this is like, I don't know, this is sort of a roleplay thing, but if you could manage to pull this on survival, please just like take a screenshot and comment it or something, because that would be pretty interesting to see. But you're in survival, and let's say you got a bunch of ice. So I'm gonna spawn myself some ice. Okay, so say I've got a bunch of ice. So now I want to take over to my moon base. So I basically go to this large container. I've labelled this one the Earth one. And I can show all connected and search moon. And here we go, we have the large moon container. I would just place in here, say if I had some like tools I wanted to keep. I'll place these tools in here. And then I would respawn. The problem is I think I've got auto respawn on. Yes, okay, I have auto respawn on. Where's my dead body? I'm not standing on my dead body. Okay, I don't actually know how to turn that off quickly. So, I'll be back, but I'll be over respawned at the moon base. Okay. I actually had to turn off the med bay back at Earth. So if I just turn Earth medical room, turn it back on, there you go. So now I've respawned over at my moon base. I can go in this large container here, and there's all the items across. So I can take my tools back and continue with my day. So basically, travelled, however, 104 kilometers in a matter of seconds if you have auto respawn off. And then, so I mentioned about that other static grid I had. There was this grid where the two planets sort of misalign. So you can see this is the Earth's sort of horizon line, and then this is the moon one. Another interesting to take note is this grid is currently in the voxels of the Earth, but when I try to take into the voxels of this one, it just doesn't like it. It just doesn't want to go in. So that was pretty much as good as I can do. So you would probably have to make, I don't know, a connector port if you wanted to sort of connect it to something that was connected to this, like connected to the moon. So they're not, technically this is not actually connected from the moon, from the Earth to the moon. It's sort of like floating right here. It sort of like clips in a teeny bit there. But yeah, it's not truly connected, but it is all one grid. One static grid. If I remove this small one, remove. Okay, so now you can see there's just one static grid, and see that other one's gone now. So yeah. Thank you very much for sticking to the very end. Yeah, this took me a lot of clicking, a lot of painful clicking. I didn't use the copy and paste just because I saw how much it crashed for Andrew, so I was like, yep, just gonna do the painful way. But I got there, and I did it, and I'm happy. I'll see if I can put this in the workshop if anyone wants to download it, but I got a feeling as soon as I quit, I will not be able to join back in from previous experiences. But it'll be in this description if I do successfully do it. Okay, as a quick post-edit, I did manage to get it on the workshop, and it does actually manage to, I could actually load up the world perfectly fine. It just takes a bit longer than normal when you're saving and exiting. Just guess it's got a lot to save. Yeah, it's here in the workshop. I'll hopefully just be adding some better images than this, and I'll leave this link in the description if anyone wants to mess around and crash some ships into this one long grid. I don't know, but cheers again, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day.